Hi guys!
Hi.
Welcome back to my channel as we continue reading Little Legends, Exceptional Men in Black History. Let's get to it. Today we're going to read about Bass Reeves.
He's a cowboy.
Close. He's a deputy U.S. Marshal. He was around from 1838 to 1910.
What does that mean?
Let's read and find out what a deputy U.S. Marshal is. Bass was born enslaved in Arkansas. As a boy, he was made a personal servant to Colonel George Reeves, who allowed Bass to learn to use a shotgun. Bass was so skilled that he even excelled in turkey shooting competitions. When people saw how good he was, they barred him from competing. Bass understood that, as an enslaved person, there was no winning for him. George took Bass with him to fight for the Confederacy in the Civil War. Bass was able to escape the Indian Territory, present-day Oklahoma. He hid until the end of the war, learning the languages and customs of the Seminole, Cherokee, and Creek peoples. It really was the Wild West, a lawless land for miles around. Since tribal courts had no jurisdiction over U.S. citizens, many criminals crossed into Indian territory to hide out. It was the job of the U.S. Marshal to go in and capture the bad guys. In 1875, when the head of the marshals needed to appoint his deputies, he thought of Bass, who knew the land, spoke the languages, and was an incredible shot. Bass was one of the first black deputy U.S. Marshals. It was a dangerous job. In Bass's time, more than 100 marshals were killed in the line of duty. He was never shot, but had a few close calls, including one when the bad guys got his hat. He brought in around 3,000 criminals. Before long, people far and wide knew Bass's reputation. The tough as nails, sharp shooting, 6'2" black deputy. He could shoot with both hands, but Bass chose to shoot only when necessary. Instead, he liked to use disguises and tricks to outsmart the criminals to make an arrest. It wasn't just about bad guys for Bass. He loved animals and went out of his way to stand up against animal cruelty. It's speculated that Bass was the inspiration for the Lone Ranger, the fictional masked hero of the Old West. There's no way of knowing for sure, but we do know that Bass was a real-life good guy who fought for justice. So now, do you know what a deputy U.S. Marshal is?
Yes.
So, almost like a police officer who fights for justice.
Yes,
and
has
captures
weapons.
criminals. Yes. Weapons and guns and so on. Okay. So, have you heard about Bass Reeves?
No.
Well, if you haven't, now's a good time to Google and find out more. So, hope you enjoyed learning with us. And as usual, make sure to like, comment, and share. And most of all, subscribe to my channel. And we'll see you with the next video.
Bye.
And join us tomorrow as we read about another little legend.